Oh yeah, have you guys ever messed around with the Overdue books?
I keep meaning to,
Yeah,
but I never get around to it.
Nothing cool happened for like the 20 minutes of game time I indulged that, so I stopped.
Yeah, if you collect enough of the, I mean, I can't find anything else that the game does. It's just a collection quest for those who haven't messed with it. As you go through the world, you'll find Overdue book. If you collect them and then take them to the Boston Public Library, there's a book return machine that gives you tokens every time you return an Overdue book. And then you can use these tokens to buy things in vending machines. And the only thing I ever saw in the vending machines that was interesting was a comic book, and that's the only way to get that comic book. But that kind of felt like a lot of effort for one comic, and I thought, is there something else you can get? Is there some rare crafting thing, or a recipe, or a super weapon? I don't know.
I'm sure somebody's prepared to call us, or at least imply that we are stupid for not having seen something really important.
Well, I mean, there are several book return machines, so, you know, nice. I know of 2, but there might be more.
And they have different things. I want to. There's a commenter, Blood Squirrel, who pointed out something about this quest that I think is really worth repeating, which is that the reason this quest is so likable is because it feels like the one instance in the game where people appropriately respond to what you are saying when you are saying something.
Yeah, it's really true. And I think the fact that people love this quest when, as somebody else pointed out in the comments, and I've forgotten who, pointed out this quest isn't that amazing. This is just a pretty good quest in a game filled with horrible quests. Not horrible quests in that they're just, but lackluster. That nothing in this game has any flavor. There's nothing to bite down on. Yeah. It's all perfunctory. And so then you have this breath of,
It's not well done. I mean, it's the major flaw of it. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot, but it's not very well done, despite that. And the major flaw of it is that you get 4 dialogue options, and one of them is Silver Shroud. And that's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I really hate to, like, cite games I worked on, but there's just, like, an example that's handy. Like, I'm not saying I did it well or anything, but it's like, an appropriate example where, like, there's a quest in the game where you're part of a live television broadcast of a drama being run by a person who you hate, who's been a huge dick to you. And your options are basically do your best to say the in-character lines, and everything goes well.
What? Oh no!
I'm just gonna let whatever catastrophe is happening unfold.
The guy turned into a helicopter!
I don't want to know.
Oh.
And Shamus dropped out.
Shamus died. Alright. Campster, say something witty about this part of the video game.
Just die!
To prove that you are still alive. I think you might be dead. Well, Rutskarn.
This is a live TV broadcast.
Yeah!
And your options are basically get what you want by doing a good job, or get what you might also really want by fucking it up. And I made sure to include lots of options for fucking it up, because the fun part is sort of like, how are you playing the character, not just that you're playing the character. So like having a choice of dialogue options, like the flavor is ideal.
Holy shit, Campster Shamus. Campster's dead. We killed him. Shamus, did that guy turning into a helicopter kill you, Shamus, or something?
That was my computer hard locking. It stopped middle of Rutskarn's sentence, and I was like, yeah, Rutskarn, what? What? And I realized my mouse pointer wasn't moving. The screen just stopped updating, and it just felt like the stream had paused. It was really confusing.
Isn't it weirdly Twilight Zone-ish when a stream locks up in a way so somebody stops talking or freezes or starts glitching? And at first you assume it's them, but then you gradually realize that it's you? It should be so mind-blowing.
Yeah, having just gone through that, why did I assume that was you? I was like, oh, Rutskarn is lagged out again. I thought you were the problem, and then I thought it was Josh who was the problem, and it took me a long time to realize it was me that was the problem.
And then you're just like, Rutskarn, you're locked up. Rutskarn, you're locked up. Hey, Rutskarn, why don't you say something? Hey, Rutskarn, hey, why don't you say something, Rutskarn? Why don't you say something? It's not fair. It's not fair. I can't talk to anyone. I can't hear anyone. It's not fair. Consider Shamus Young, a commenter on the internet, fond of making fun of other people's hard work, now finding that his own audience is in the Twilight Zone.
I'm trying to remember, there's a combination of like medics and Psycho. That's it. I think that's it.
Is Josh making a drug cocktail?
Yes.
God damn it.
Alright, let's get some buff chat in here.
Wow.
And we'll make some Psycho. And let's not actually make some Psycho jet because I hate the slow time. Although having that might be useful.
Did you just walk over a floor scale trap and not disable it and not deal with it?
I have super sneak.
Yeah, but
that was cool looking.
What was that?
Can I? Thank you.
But see, the thing is, you have a companion. When I would go over something like that, the first thing I'd worry about is, yeah, I'm gonna traipse over this, and then my companion's gonna step on it and blow us both up. But that obviously didn't happen. So I don't know what went on there.
Nick is like lost in this maze that is this level right now, so it's not all that surprising, to be honest.
Smell that from here. Shit! Lost him.
Alright, where do I go? Is it that way or is it this way?
You are asking the wrong confused internet person.
Oh, that's the bottom where we started. Okay, definitely not that way.
Yeah, not that way. Definitely don't go that way. You should go the other way.
Going down.
I think this is it.
Hell no! Shroud! I want to talk with you!
Alright, so, it's really hard to save Kent here. Don't remember how to do it, and I'm not sure it's even really that possible with a low, low charisma character. We're gonna pop some drugs.
Can you just teleport up there with your magical power? Teleport,
possibly.
Kill him?
I'm coming for you and your family. You, Shroud. You step any closer, and we get to see what's inside Kent's head.
Let's try it. Alright.
Wow.
Oh, failed optional save Kent. They murdered
So he
him.
died anyway?
Yes.
I mean, I
It would
call
seem
bullshit
so.
on the game for having
Where'd he
Kent
go?
die when you obviously killed the person that was going to kill him. But then again, you teleported up here, so it seems like you're
Where
both
is
just
he?
cheating.
Where is Kent?
This was
What
actually a
happened
really
to him?
hard part of this quest. Saving Kent was surprisingly difficult.
What do you have to do? Do you have to talk him out of killing him?
You have to not pick the Silver Shroud option. Let's load here.
Like, this almost felt like a writer was trying to make a point about, like, the hazards of playing
You can also do
vigilante.
this. I'm gonna do this just for the sake of it here. If you show up and kill Kent first, everyone freaks out.
Why do you know this?
I was
Are
reading
they all
about
shooting at his body? Oh no, they're shooting you.
I was reading
My
about how to
mistake.
do this quest, because we want to save Kent, obviously. So let's go here and see if we can't trigger the dialogue and get it to actually come up properly.
Assholes. Anyone turns heel, I'm coming for you and your family.
Here you go.
You, Shroud. You step any closer, and we get to see what's inside Kent's head. Where'd that little fucker go?
Can we talk? Are we going to have conversation here? Alright. So if you speak as a Shroud here, the goons will run off, but these guys will immediately kill Kent.
If you have something to say, I'm listening.
Some of these losers think you're some sort of legend. Like you walk straight out of a comic book. But you and I know. You're human. And you're weak. You came here and for what? You little sidekick?
You see, he says you're weak.
Yeah, this is the thing where...
He says
you
you're
intimidated a
weak
Shroud,
after you
that basically
slaughtered
kills
all
him.
his guys. The first... Oh, maybe the top option actually gives... No, you know what? I've been through this dance before. I would think, oh, the top option will let me turn that around on him and say, well, I'm weak. I killed all of your men.
Don't make you
You know,
weak.
because that's
Make
an
you strong.
obvious
I can play
response.
you like a chump because you care about
And
a weakling like this.
then you pick something like that, and then your character gives a stupid answer.
Going to kill Kent. Then we're gonna shoot
Meanwhile, explosions.
Nothing's gonna be left but paste. Then I'm
I
going
just
to
want a
cook
game where I can say smart and
Worthless
occasionally
bastard
funny
dead.
things.
Burn the whole
Is that
thing
too
down.
much to ask,
No
video
one
games?
Screws with singeing.
Oh, also, I want to know what I'm saying before I
You're
say the
really
smart and
looking-
possibly funny thing.
Killing his friend.
Is that too much to
hero.
ask, video games?
In front of him.
Oh wow, that actually
Enjoy the
worked.
show, Kent. After
I
become
feel
the
like,
Shroud,
in a very real sense, when I pick when I want my character to say something funny, the fun for me in feeling like, oh, I'm such a witty asshole, is seeing the line and picking it. Like, that's the bare minimum level of responsibility for me to associate
Yeah.
this snappy line with myself. Is like,
Yep,
at least I
you
recognize
picked
that
it.
this line was funny and chose it. It actually really
Yeah.
ruins it for me when I just pick sarcastic and I just pop off with something. It might be amusing and I might laugh at it, but I'm laughing at it because it's a funny line, and it doesn't actually enhance my experience of playing my character.
Yeah, you don't feel gratified. It doesn't feel like you said it. It's as gratifying as seeing a one-liner from the hero in a movie.
Valentine
You don't feel like,
admires
oh
you.
wow, I really said something cool there. And that's if the line is good, which in this game is not a safe bet. That was close. You nearly died. You nearly died 4 times in a row.
I just give up.
Luckily, it was only 3.
Crime fighting just isn't what I thought it'd be.
If you just quit, then the bad guys have already won.
You're right. But I'm tired.
Gotta be the best sidekick, Kent. You can't quit.
Back to good neighbor. Really, thanks for saving me. But I'm just done.
Kent,
I just need time to recover.
Meet with Hancock as the Shroud. Do you have to be wearing the outfit? Huh. Is the game introducing choice? Could you choose to not have the Shroud costume on? Would the game react to that?
Does he know that you're not the Shroud? Or that you are the Shroud? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Hancock.
To what degree do we expect the concept of being or not being the Shroud to be objectively meaningful?
It does have effects in this quest.
Alright, we will wrap up this quest and then we will call it for the week.
Okay, sounds good. I don't know what Valentine's doing. Clearly not hanging out with us cool people.
Yeah, did he ditch us?
I think the explosion in the background while I was talking to Sinjin was like... was Nick fighting someone, I guess?
You know what?
I don't
He was
know
like,
where he is.
oh, your whole comic book superhero thing is really clashing with my robot barbarian noir detective thing that I'm trying to do here.
Oh, hi,
just-
Nick.
Damn it.
Over here.
How you doing? You recovering from that bender? I know it's rough, man. Oh, there's a hole in the wall.
And somebody brought a mailbox in here. Why would they do that? Can you imagine that big, heavy metal mailbox? And somebody... You know what that explosion was? It's that laser tripwire you just walked through twice. Nick probably walked through that and blew up. Because you're immune to them, but he is.
That would explain everything that happened.
I'm beginning to think maybe he's not a great detective. He's a better barbarian than a detective. I'll give him that.
I love just finding him sitting on the ground with the axe. Like, oh man.
Hey, I'm listening.
Sometimes I wake up with this thing and I wonder who I've killed.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Oh,
Is something wrong?
Oh, something
we got
wrong?
the Nick quest now. Which is a really cool quest, except for the whole find 10 things part.
It's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
You know that whole crime I was supposed to... That whole crime and kidnapping thing I was supposed to solve for you, but then never did because I'm terrible and not a real detective? Yeah, I'm wondering how you're doing with that on your own without my help because I'm useless.
I'm not a real
Did you know that you're carrying too
detective.
much
Should
and
just be
cannot
Vic's
run?
catchphrase whenever anything goes wrong.
Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now.
So, anybody want to lay odds on Fallout 5 revealing that Nick is the mysterious stranger?
Folks were still losing.
Well, he's got a dossier on the mysterious stranger. That would be like
Exactly,
Batman
it's the
levels
perfect
of-
cover.
Well, and he's been mind wiped. That would be my take on it. Is he was the
Okay,
mysterious
but you can get
stranger.
the mysterious stranger perk in this game, and he shows up, and you can have him here while Nick is here.
Oh, yeah.
Massacre of the
Time
CPT?
travel.
What's that?
That's the one trope area they haven't messed around with yet. That's next. They've already got
Okay.
aliens and comic book heroes.
At this point,
In
they've
Mad
got two
Max.
options. Number one, it's the Phantom situation where it's a generational thing. The other is it's a synth. Here's what I think. Bethesda is going to fuck up, and they're going to actually explain the mysterious stranger, despite the fact that the mysterious stranger is clearly the kind of mystery that's never actually supposed to be resolved. The sort of
right in the
mystery that
name.
cannot be interesting to resolve. They're going to say, oh, people love this. Let's bring this back and make this a thing.
Man by the name of Henry Roberts.
Yep.
The young Miss Roberts.
I mean,
That would definitely be a disaster to explain any part of it.
She'd,
the mysterious stranger was basically a joke, like Bloody Mess in the first Fallout, and like aliens in Fallout 1. Like, the alien blaster encounter was an Easter egg. I don't think it was ever supposed to actually legitimately be something that existed in the canon, and then suddenly it did. I mean, there's other Easter egg encounters, like you can run into the Guardian of Forever from Star Trek in Fallout 2, and he'll send you to the fucking Fallout 1 Vault 13.
Was it hard settling in?
I wasn't paying any attention to what you were saying, Nick. I'm sorry.
Started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father.
Wow. Nick, we were trying to end this show. This is a terrible time for you to bring this shit up. We just need to turn in this quest. You see, I like the BioWare way, where you initiate it when you're ready. I'll go, I'll talk to Canderous, and he'll say some stuff to me. And
they've messed
tell me
around
the
with doing it
story.
this way too.
This is really like, hey, do you have time to talk? And it's like, that never works because it's always at the wrong time. And I'm in the middle of something.
And this is literally, let me tell you my life story.
While we're standing at the entrance to Good Neighbor. It would
And
be better
he's
if you
carrying
were
a giant prop axe. And
It would be
I'm
so
a
much better
superhero.
if this could only happen within like one of your settlements.
Again? No, Nick, we gotta go do stuff.
Did he get mind wiped at the end of that?
No, we like maxed out his affinity in that quest. Like we went from like, I kind of think he dislikes us to I really love you because you're a fucking superhero and saved Kent. So now we're getting all of this at once.
You ever tried chess?
Oh, I see. He wasn't repeating the same conversation.
No,
was
yeah, it
starting
was the next
stage.
level of that.
Oh.
Just need time to recover, you know?
That's engine. We get to walk
Thank you for interrupting Hancock there, Kent.
Take this for the effort.
You played your part in serving justice to those most deserving of it.
I'm gonna miss these little conversations. Ah, Ken, my man.
Wouldn't it be funny if you could recruit Hancock as a Silver Shroud and never reveal that you were not the Silver Shroud to him?
It'd be great if he couldn't like if you took off the costume, he wouldn't know who you were.
The price
Yeah.
of throwing down with the man is always a few scars. Pick yourself up. Good Neighbor's just a bit safer thanks to the two of you.
What would the Shroud be without his faithful friend, Red Reinhardt?
This means a lot to me. I'm gonna need some time.
How are things going?
You know? But then I got a special project
Well,
in mind, just for you.
we're trying to wrap up
Fire up my radio
with
station and make any
Hancock
progress.
and with Kent. And
We
each
did
of them
it!
is trying to have a
The Silver
heartfelt
Shroud is
ending
completed.
when this game is really not designed to support heartfelt moments. And Josh steals a beer bottle, and starts World War III again.
Burble.
I can't talk. It's late. I don't know what.
Oh, we
but
did
now
it
Nick-
again! Yes!
Why does he attack you when he leaves the party?
I don't fucking know!
That's the
I just
week,
wanted to see if
everybody.
I could repeat that bug.